All right, Alico 3, let's do a mail bin by request. There's the stack. Decent stack, and there's some pretty interesting stuff in here. And some cards you guys probably wouldn't expect me to buy. But off we go. With one right here. Needs a top loader, but that is the Acuna top scrum. Cool insert. This is actually a case hit. So, Fleer Zone 97. I think they're 1 in 288, and the set has 20 players, so approximately 20 cases to pull a Griffey. I think this was 125 bucks. I'll throw out some prices on these if I can recall. I think for most of them I'll be able to. There's Vic, pretty quick into the video. Graded. Some back top edge defect, but I've gotten out of the sense and the thought process of trying to grade everything. I just with the drop in secondary market prices and the increase in fees to grade, I'm not really looking to grade everything anymore. Here's the finest refractor Vic, right at 40 bucks is the typical price for this card. I would say they said 35 to 50. Okay, this bow was about 60. If you flip it upside down, you can get a good feel for the centering. I don't know why I do that, but and that way, back looks clean. That's a fantastic 9. There's like a small little blemish on that bottom left edge, or I would say this card's a candidate for a 10. But nonetheless, a fantastic card to put into the collection as a strong 9. Here's Beltre. These are about 10 to 15 bucks. That's what I would expect to pay for a Beltre Rob Bowman. You know, 10s can go up to, I think 10s are like $300, but it is tough to find them centered and without chips. So there's the Beltre. Kind of gotten into buying players that had outstanding college careers, and I think he did win the Rookie of the Year in 2006. But this card at its peak, I bet it was $700 or more. 270. It's the Spa. It's got a nice patch. I think it was 50 bucks or something. So just kind of a neat card. You know, cards that used to be worth that much, and you can pick them up for fractions. It's kind of tempting for me. Tony Gwynn. So I sifted through a lot of copies to find one I thought looked pretty good. And even if it looks good from the picture, there's still stuff that you might miss. But you know, I haven't processed it, as in taking it out of the sleeve and put it directly under the light to see if it'll get sent in. Marshawn Lynch, 07 finest refractor, about 15 bucks. I want to say this was in the $40 to $60 range. It is off-centered. 60-40, 65-35. That's your fatter side. Top to bottom looks good, but it's a card that could sneak by as a 9. Have to take a look at that one. So here's that. Here's another good college player. So that's the Tebow 2010 Top Scrum X-Fractor. Kind of an interesting card. I think it was like 20 bucks. Okay, so this is Charles. Sometimes PSA is known to grade these thicker cards pretty harshly, but in this case, that back edge is awfully rough. So I'm thinking this card is in the 6 to 7 range. I don't typically like to collect cards that are newer like this in the 6th grade. For some reason, it has to be a 7. So this would be one that I would snap out and put into a top loader. And I'll talk about top loaders in a second here, and why I've always favored top loaders over mags, which a lot of people love the mags, but I've always been a top loader guy. Sandberg. So right off the bat, It's got that pink thing going on right there on the surface, which would take away any 10 chance. But the rest of the card looks pretty good, so maybe it's got a chance at a 9. So Sandberg 83 Donruss. I mean, those are around 10 bucks. All right, so this was $100, which when you see that, whoops, and it came out there. So when you see that, gotta have the right size top loader too, and it even helps to have a little perfect fit sleeve. But it seems expensive for a Robert Griffin, but it is the Spa Gold, and I thought it was an interesting card. These peaked around 1,000, I want to say. Joe Mauer, so tough set right here. It's the O2 Topps draft picks. Here's another Vic. This is one that was scratched up, I think. Yeah, this would be a card that I would want it to be a card that I thought was a 9 or a 10 to even consider sending in. I think that's 06, right? Yeah, 06 Bowman Chrome Gold though. But it looks good in the top loader, so I'm kind of enjoying cards that are raw these days. Like this one, it looked like an 8 or an 8.5, so I wasn't going to pay the fee to send it in, but it's a second-year Holt Pros and Prospects, and it's actually game use, I think, with an autograph, which is on card. So cool cards like that. And here's my rant on top loaders versus mags. So if you look at the card, you see that gold piece? That's part of the card, and I would throw out a word here, but condensation, or the residue between the holder and the card caused that to peel it off the card. And also on the back here, there's a line. You see that right there? Look right there. There's a line in the card, and that's from the mag, I think, pressing down. Like if it's not set down perfectly, it could press down on the card, and I've seen that numerous times. So for me, I am a top loader fan for that reason. But that surface issues with mags, does not happen often, but it always helps to me to have a card in a soft sleeve and then a top loader, and mags don't have that. So here's some Vlads. These are like 25 bucks if you want to pick up Vlad. 95 Bowmans, Alex Smith SPX. This card probably peaked about 120, 150, but it was 20 bucks. Chiefs quarterback for about 5 years. Put together some good seasons. I think there was Pro Bowl a couple years too. So there's the SPX. That's 05, so the same year as Rodgers. Platinum Medallion. This one was cheap. Urlacher, 15 bucks maybe. Thought it was a good buy for a Hall of Fame Platinum. The 2003 design, it's not their best work, in my opinion. Pretty weak. Vic Gold. So this is one of the older slabs, 2,200,000. So this one was probably slabbed around, I would say 2004, 2005, maybe even earlier. It looks pretty good. It's got some corners. I mean, it's such a slight white that it's probably definitely a 9. But we'll kind of see what I'll do with that one. But the gold medallion, and some of these have already been processed and have grades on them. This was off ComC, but buying cards off ComC, you never know really what. I mean, you kind of know what you're gonna get. The cards are cards that people don't want anymore, and they just toss into a box with soft sleeves. So the condition is leaves a lot to be desired. And this Frank just had I think it was the front surface that was bad, but I had it marked as a 7 or an 8. This Piazza looks pretty good though. This is the golden anniversary to 50 there on the back. So Piazza, golden anniversary. 9 snap just means if it doesn't at least get a 9, then I'll probably snap it out and try again, either with the same company or a different company. Sometimes I'm a little hard-headed with the grading, but I've sent in a lot of orders. I've been sending bulks in since 2010, so over 13 years of doing it. Here's a Mon Green. That is the autographics. It's got a bad corner on the back, so great card though. Great back in college, and a good I think he had 5 or 6 1,000-yard seasons. I actually pulled this in a silver pack. It's got a scratch on the surface, that's why I marked it as a 9. But Bobby Witt, so 2022 Topps Chrome, they didn't include the rookies. There was no like base rookie, so they had to do the silver packs. That product's kind of a disaster. But there's Bobby Witt, and this one had a good patch on it. Plus it's the Spa Gold Jackson. You don't see these very often. That's out of 25, so Spa Gold Jackson to 25. I haven't been giving you guys prices on these recently. I think that Vic was around $200, and the Falk was probably 100, Piazza 125, and this was about 150. So this is a Donruss preview. So I had honestly never seen this card, and it popped up, and I thought, oh, that's a card I definitely want to add to the Griffey collection. So it looks pretty good. It looks like it's got a chance at a 9. So Donruss preview, you don't see those pop up very often. Platinum Medallion, Bagwell, is that 01? Yeah, that's the 50, and that's a strong looking set. The 2001 Platinums look good. It's got a little sliver of white there. The Ohtani Gold, this is 2023. That's the Topps Chrome. It's kind of funny with his eyes shut there. That one's the 50. Gotta have a Spa Moss, right? Can't do a video without it. This is the die cut one. I'm a lot bigger fan of the non-die cut, even though this one's rarer. But there's a Moss Future Watch. It was cheap. 240, 250. And then Gore Spectrum, what came in at around 300. It's got a corner right there issue. It's probably an 8 if I had to guess off the bat. But Spectrum Gore from 2005 SPX. Great shine on that. That gold really stands out. 3 left, and they're all pretty big cards here. So this Ovechkin, this was expensive. I want to say it was over 5,000. So that's the Spa Future Watch Auto. Centering 9, so not really sure. I'm guessing they're saying that the right to left. So the Ovechkin Spa. We've got a Brilliance Griffey, and there is a 24 karat variation of these, which is out of 24, I believe. But this is the Brilliance Gold to 99, so it's 99. 99 copies, and it's already marked for grading. Big card. I don't know how much of a dip some of his bigger cards have taken, probably 20% at least, but finest cards look good. I got the design, the photography, and the on-card autos just look good. So here's the Ohtani Orange Finest Rookie Auto to 25. And that one looks like it's probably going to be a 9, which is a solid, solid grade for this one. But that's it. That's a batch of mail. I'll try to do more of these because I do get a lot of mail in still. I just don't ever think to put it aside and just film a quick video. Later.